Jesus, King Jesus, King Jesus. Here I go again. For my part, my participation in this World War III, I'm going to report to you about the final solution that they have in store for the Palestinian people. Chiefly advocated by one of Israeli Zionist politician named Moshe Feiglin. An article came out in Cytochrome where it discussed his peace plan and so-called peace plan, but really it's a formula for or a final solution for the dissolution of the Palestinian people. This is crazy. This is crazy. But I'm going to report on this. You know, if I lose my life in the process, it's all right with me. Here we have the Wikipedia entry for Moshe Feiglin. It says Moshe Feiglin was born July 31st, 1962. He's an Israeli politician and columnist. So he's just a writer. This is where I tell you these Zionists use this paper magic to create authority when they have none. This man is no Superman. He is nobody to be listened to. Just because he can write in a newspaper? Oh, he's a Knesset member. Oh, the Knesset now is like the Sanhedrin who conspired to kill Christ. Now they're conspiring to kill all the Palestinian people. He part governing Likud party. I don't know if you see how creepy this is, what kind of world we're living in when nothing, people like this, can ascend to the highest level of determining the lives of millions of people, and that we are listening to these people and they're governing our conduct in the world. This is ridiculous. It says Feiglin advocates predicting Israeli policy on three principles: liberty, Jewish identity, and the restoring the meaning into Jewish life. This is some bullshit. Okay? I'm calling it. It's bullshit. Liberty means that they want to be able to take advantage of people who don't know any better. That's all liberty means. It's not freedom for everybody. It's for a selected few of people who want to take advantage and enslave the rest of the people in the world. And what is Jewish identity? They don't have no identity. They're not Semitic. They're white people from Eastern Europe who went down there claiming some God-given right to take the land of these people. I'm not even sure that Hitler killed all of them that he said he killed. You could call me an anti-Semite, but I'm a well-educated man, and I haven't seen no evidence of it. I can see where they're killing millions and millions of people around the world with their bioweapons in Africa, the bioweapons they used in the United States with that age. That was a Jewish conspiracy. They call them secret weapons. They think they're so smart and everybody don't know what they're doing. Here's another article about this creep. It says Dennis Mills there on the controversial politician Moshe Feiglin. He's in line to succeed Benjamin Netanyahu to be Prime Minister of Israel. He's a member of the governing Likud party and a longtime rival of his chairman, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Moshe Feiglin currently serves as the Knesset's Israeli Parliament Deputy Speaker, an advocate of personal liberty and self-identified libertarian on domestic policy. He's also a hawk who makes headlines with his hardline stance towards Palestinians. But let's get back to the basics of the articles, and we'll discuss him some more. On Cryptome, which is a site that releases secret stuff that you can find that they won't publish in the mainstream media. They have where he posted this originally on Facebook. And here's the post right here in Hebrew. So if you don't get a translated edition, you wouldn't be privy to what he's saying. It's for his people, his Jews that could read this crap. So it says here, on August 1st on Facebook, he proposed a solution to the Gaza conflict that can only be called genocide. May it never come to pass, and that he and his ideas be repudiated. They haven't been. The main points are these: concentration camps, he calls them tent cities, mass deportations, any remaining required to publicly sign loyalty or oaths to Israel. He proposed to pay Gazans to immigrate, though doesn't specify the actual amounts of money he want to pay them. He says near total annihilation of Gaza, settlements of ethnically cleansed areas, which is 100% of Gaza. And it's worth noting, and a hopeful sign, that several replies in Hebrew to his master plan called it genocide and accused him of being a Nazi, delusional, and or stoned. The ones who agree with him and or want him to become the next prime minister, however, are discouraging and terrifying. A few even advocate for more extreme measures than the above. I will end on a note tweeted by none other than United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in response to similar sentiments from Varkanan Gordon. Genocide is never permissible. So what I want to do is I want to read the whole letter to you so that you see that these devil worshippers and what they're about, how they so want to kill people. They're nothing people, and they want to kill everybody else. Why is that? Okay, here's the translation of this bullshit. BH for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Prime Minister just learned that Hamas took advantage of the truce to kidnap an officer. A lie. It turns out that the operation is not going to end so quickly. The failures in the operation were interred from the beginning because, one, it has no proper purpose and clear. Two, there is no proper moral shell that supports our troops. What is needed now is to internalize the principle that our country, Israel, is over and only our country, including Gaza. No two states and two peoples. There is only one country, one people. I guess he's referring to the Jews. This internalization of strategic change required is deep and thorough, both in defining the enemy, both in defining the mission, both in defining the strategic and target setting, gives the right and necessary setting. The strategic enemy is radical Islam, Western of Iran, and of Gaza, seeking to wipe out Israel as a whole. The enemy in the eye of Hamas, not the tunnels Hamas rockets. Two, setting mission, conquest of the Gaza Strip and eliminating all the warriors and their supporters, meaning all Palestinians, because they have no choice but support the people that are feeding them. Three, strategic target setting, turn Gaza into Tel Aviv. Israeli cities bloom with hostile civilians minimum. Four, the definition says, "Oh, fighting evil and woe to the home." In light of these 4 points, for Israel to immediately do the following. One, the IDF will open spaces on the Sinai border and near the sea that concentrates on civilian populations, far from the built-up areas, and launch and tunneling. These areas will be set up tent to camps to locate relevant immigrant populations. Electricity and water for populated areas will be disconnected. All the areas that were populated by Hamas, maximum firepower. The Hamas civil and military means and logistics will be eliminated to the ground. The IDF around dissecting the Gaza Strip to length and wide, extended from the delegates, will take over areas that control and destroy nests of resistance should remain like this. Start by locating countries Israel and immigration quotas for refugees of Gaza looking to migrate to win economic assistance package, and will be open to countries with significant economic potential. And the WHO insists on staying and prove that they have no connection with Hamas, will be required to sign a public statement about citizenship to Israel, and will receive a blue identity card, which is similar to that of the Arabs in East Jerusalem. It's the apartheid they talk about. And with the pull is applied Israeli law in the Gaza Strip. Expelled from Gush Katif will be invited back to their settlements in Gaza Strip, and her daughters will be built as a commercial Israeli city and everything. Mr. Prime Minister, this is a fateful decision in time of the state of Israel. This is bullshit. I'm going to call it bullshit. Now, if the world go for this, this is bullshit.